All right, so this one was submitted by Pascal Coté, and the article is Square Enix cancels horrible Deus Ex or Deus Ex pre-order program. I never figured out how to say that.
Deus.
Deus?
Yeah.
Deus Ex?
Yeah.
Deus. Deus.
Amadeus.
You have to
Amadeus.
oh.
Amadeus Ex.
Amadeus. Amadeus X. Amadeus.
So,
I mean, okay.
what was the pre-order all about?
The pre-order, this is the worst idea for a pre-order ever. I believe that Kotaku had written an article on the pre-order when they announced the pre-order, and it was, don't pre-order games ever, and that was all the article said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Basically, it was called the Augment Your Pre-order program.
It's a pyramid scheme.
It's basically a pyramid scheme pre-order.
I didn't hear about this, but could
Basically,
explain it.
okay, it was as if... I mean, there's no good way to say this.
Well, to say what it is then.
Based on the amount of people that pre-order the game, you could unlock more pre-order perks. So if you convinced more people to pre-order... if you convinced more people to pre-order, you would unlock new tiers
Of gifts.
of
perks.
gifts.
Yeah.
But there was, I think, what was the highest one? It was unlock the game 4 days early.
Oh, wait a second. Is this globally or is this within
It's
your...
globally.
Okay.
Globally.
Okay.
But I don't even think they got to the final tier, and you had to choose which ones you wanted.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get them all.
So it was kind of like Call of Duty in the sense where you have like perks in your first tier, and you're like, oh, well, we filled the first one. What do you want in your thing? And you're like, oh, I want like 2 skins for my character, or I want like 2 guns for my character. And it was really like, I think there were 5 tiers.
5 tiers. There were
And
5
you
tiers.
had like 3 perks, 2 perks, 2 perks, 1 perk, 1 perk.
It was the first
There you
tier
go.
was, I believe, skins.
Yeah.
The second tier was, I think, downloading the
Soundtrack?
The soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
And getting the art. I think the concept art.
Okay, yeah.
The third tier was an extra in-game mission.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth tier was, I believe, some media. So like you would get comic books, not comic books,
Okay.
but like
Book,
like kind
e-books.
of
Yeah.
e-comic books, like
Okay.
downloadable. And then the last tier was a 4-day early release.
Okay, but are these all like not the 4-day early release, but are these perks that you have to pay for after? That you have to pay for to
No,
get them
No,
after,
no.
or
It's really like the more people
buy pre-order?
pre-order it,
Yeah.
the more it unlocks. Which is
Yeah, it's a pyramid scheme.
It's a
Well,
pyramid-
it's like a flat pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a Kickstarter.
It's like
Stretch
something
goals.
It's like stretch goals.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
But
is
for
not
pre-order.
okay.
no, it's not.
I mean, it's not okay to use that system like that. Like,
But-
okay, like, screw you, first of all,
Yeah.
for, like, trying to pull that shit on somebody, on players.
consumers, yeah.
On consumers. Like, oh, this is how we're gonna get our sales up, you know? Like, the more people pre-order the game, the more shit we offer them. Like,
Which is stupid because usually
that's not okay.
when you pre-order a game, that's all the things that you get by pre-ordering the game.
Yeah.
Like I mean the soundtrack, and maybe you have to buy like $10 more or digital deluxe edition and whatnot.
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say. Like, what about is there gonna be like a deluxe edition where you would get other stuff
Well,
as well?
That's the thing that they're doing now. They canceled the program, and they're basically giving all the tiers away to anybody who pre-orders it. So they're doing a normal pre-order scheme because scheme. Pre-order is a
A
scheme.
very interesting
It's
choice
a-
of words.
Because Square Enix, and I think it's Square Enix Montreal that are developing it, if I
Eidos.
remember correctly. Eidos, thank you.
Don't mix the two up. They're very separate companies.
Yeah.
Although they do belong to the same entity,
Yeah.
they're still separate companies.
But yeah, they checked everybody basically complaining on social media about how stupid it is. And
And
I
they
think-
actually made a company
Yeah.
actually made a proper decision, a proper marketing and business decision based on what players thought. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
So like, you know what though? I think Square Enix is actually starting to have that kind of mentality. Like
to their
listening,
consumer and
but
the fan.
wanting to know what their consumers think. For example, the Final Fantasy 15 demo when it came out, it was what's it called, Episode Duske or something like
Yeah.
that, right? It was fucking terrible. Oh my god,
That
the
bad?
camera was terrible. The controls were terrible. The lock-on was terrible. the character is a little annoying. Like, it was not looking good. Like, it was not looking like that game was going to be any good. But then everybody who got, it was Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, you had to get for the PS4, and
Right.
you got the demo for free.
That's right.
And everybody who downloaded the demo got an email
Saying
asking feedback, but like in depth. They were like, tell us what were your three least favorite features of the game, and you could take off from the list. Okay.
Oh wow.
And what they did is they actually did kind of like a podcast. Okay, they did like a video podcast thing where they addressed the top hated things in North America versus the top hated things in Japan.
And
wow.
Versus the top hated things in Europe, and then went to the things that people appreciated the most, right, in the three regions, and then went, because there was actually a section where you could write whatever you wanted, and they ask you, if there's something we didn't cover, tell us.
Yeah.
And they actually went through every single one that they received.
That's impressive.
They
Good
had
job,
something,
guys.
they had a whole team of like 20, 30 people doing nothing but going through these and marking down which thing it fell into. And they came to the conclusion that the camera needed work, this needed work, that needed work, that needed work, and they're like, we're working on an update now. You're gonna get a full update in the demo. It was a 2 gig update.
A demo update.
A 2 gigabyte
demo.
or 1.8 gigabyte update.
A demo update.
A demo update.
That's crazy.
And then on top of that, they fixed everything that people complained about. They actually fixed everything. I was like, I spent 10, 12 hours playing the demo. Fucking just running around, killing shit. It was a lot more fun. Because it's you guys play the demo at all?
No, I've seen it, but
It's like you're running around with the guys, and then like there's monsters everywhere because they're a part of the landscape, right? Some are aggressive, some are not. So let's say you go into an area and there's aggressive, and the music changes a little bit, and then you know that, and then there's like a little meter that says that you've been seen by something. You don't know where it is, but then so like you're on kind of defense mode. You can pull your weapon out.
it's like Elder
It's
Scrolls. You
it's
get
like
to be
yeah,
ready.
but it's still an RPG. So it's still a Final Fantasy. You guys play the FF12? Final Fantasy 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Gambit system.
It resembles that very like in the sense where a creature attacks you and your guys draw their weapons and then it's like live battle, but it's still active time based kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Same deal.
Oh, good.
Same deal.
Well-
but it's so I actually have faith that this game is going to be good thanks to that. And I think Square Enix as a whole is starting to incorporate that mindset. And it's about time that a company does, honestly.
For sure.
It is about time. Because companies, very often,
They don't listen.
unless it's the mobile division of a company or a mobile company, don't give a shit what their players have to say.
Capcom did the same thing actually with their Cammy design. I don't know if you know
Oh,
it
yeah?
for SF5.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, Cammy came out like the
People were like, she too slutty.
no, she looked awful,
Oh, did she?
terrible. Like the face, everything was so. Capcom went back. They redesigned the entire character,
Oh.
completely new skin, face, even costume design.
So if we're lucky, they might actually have
If
bearded
they-
Guile.
If they have bearded Guile, even if the game is terrible, I'm still buying it.
Even if the game is terrible, I'm buying it, and I'm just gonna be the happiest human on the
Oh,
planet.
of course, because it started here.
It started
At
here.
TMS.
It actually did. It started in my Photoshop program.
But Capcom adopted that. Like Capcom, I've never heard them hear or listen to their customers beyond, let's say, testing. Like, oh, okay, well, this is it. Okay, fine, we'll fix it like down the road sometime.
I guess companies are starting to see that they were losing touch with the consumer, and it's kind of something that's been happening industry wide,
Oh yeah.
and that they've decided now that it's time to stop. Maybe it's time to start listening and see,
To our
because why are our games
consumers.
not doing as well as we expect them to?
Yeah.
Because they're
based
doing
on
what
our
they
past
want, not
experiences.
what we want.
Yeah.
But Ren had something to say. You want to say something? I saw you were like edging towards.
Oh, just towards that. It's good that companies are starting to
Yeah.
think about their consumers and not just about the money.
the money.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
if your consumer likes the game, then they'll buy the next game.
Yeah, and they'll talk about
to-
how good the game is to their friends, who will then go out and hopefully
Which
buy
is
the game.
the most amazing form of marketing, word of mouth.
Word of
Because
mouth is
one
the
bad
most
review
impressive.
could ruin
Yeah.
your entire game.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Good on you,
Yay!
Square Enix.
You
and
go
Eidos.
Square and Eidos and
Square and Eidos. I'm a Deus Ex.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to throw it a like. Maybe you should probably subscribe too. And you should totally check the Facebook page for Too Much Sugar Films and also follow them on Twitter at TMS_films. My name is Lucas and thank you for watching. There's the video.